At RaceCredit.com, business credit is the name of the game. Learn how to build credit that'll look like more money than you've ever dreamed of. Both Wall Street and Main Street offer untold riches to people with credit, and RaceCredit.com can teach you how to get it. At RaceCredit.com...
Ladies and gentlemen, Ray Reynolds here with RaysWebinar.com. Ultimate goal is I hope everybody hold your hand and get you past go. In the beginning, everybody wants the $1 million dream. Now, what does that really mean? We're going to have to put some things together, some rules and some tools. So, main thing is do not take pictures or basically film. Your goal is to write it down. Put it in here. As we put it in our brain, we're going to talk about procrastination. That's usually the killer of a dream. Ultimate goal is pretty simple. It's like when I wrote Winning the Game of Business. Remember, this is actually has to be a game so you get to win. I don't know anybody just try to play a game to win. Now write down corporation's a legal person, please. And that's what you want to write down right away. Now, me, I brought in 100,000 as a teenager, $1 million, then a double billion by the time I was 26. Doing pretty good. Now I got my corporate yacht, my goodies, and my wife. I'm retired helping people like you. And guess what? Everything I touch turns to gold. But the problem is the next day after taking that yacht to watch the fireworks with a group of people, I got to die. July 5th, 2009 at 5:41 in the afternoon, someone came on my yacht the night before with swine flu and pneumonia. I heard the doctor say he's not going to make it, he's going to die. Heard my wife scream her head off. Then I heard my tax attorney trick my wife to sign a POA, power of attorney. Then I said, God, please let me live. Let me go back again. The bottom line is he got to and answered my prayer. I ended up having H1N1 pandemic number 9. The main thing today is let's listen and learn and see what we need to do. I even studied to be a pastor. Got another PhD. Kind of fun. So if we fall off, we got to get back up again and again. Now let's talk about building your millions. I want to talk about that under a corporation. I'd like you to talk about you about safety credit. The main thing is balance the two. 2021 fast track and blackjack year. The ultimate goal, give me 90 days. Every seminar, workshop, and boot camp, you're stuck with me. I don't pass the buck, but I'll get you in the direction of $1 million dream. Now give me that 90 days, no matter what situation you're in. I've had homeless people I brought into $1 million, if you like. Some even got to $1 billion. When I was helping Ken Yarbrough years ago, security chief at TRW in Experian, I got to train him. Maybe today you'll let me train you. Can you write down Credit Services Act, please? What it will do later on, if you Google it, it'll take you to the Federal Trade Commission, where they say credit repair is a scam, not allowed to collect money up front, even refer to the Credit Repair Organization Act. So what are you supposed to really do? Since it's not broken, you don't have to repair. No, you have to rebuild it. Understand, this is the Federal Trade Commission's information. Let's talk about that SSN you've got today. You got an SSN. That means a Social Security card. You need to read the card front and back, by the way. So here's the problem. We only get one. It kind of makes us a duck. The ultimate goal is read the card front and back. You'll see it says do not laminate. Don't use for ID purposes. The application we filled out as a teenager to get the job right in front of you. Remember, when you read the card, it says property of Social Administration, not you. That's not even our card. So when the creditors kind of use it and abuse it and you fill out an application, what a rapid rescores kind of blocks the crap and then recalculates the score. Usually gets you about 820. If you like one of those, let me know. Now we got to talk about the experience and boost. You see, when I watch John on the TV commercial, that's nice. He looks pretty good. But here's the problem. The Experian, they moved out of the country years ago because they got hacked and indicted hundreds of times. When you go through their boost, you have to register your cable, light, and basically phone, and your bank account too. That kind of scares me. You see, if they get hacked again, they might hack your bank account. Like I told this client, please disconnect your bank account. All right, and she did, and they said it's an easy fix. Just reconnect the bank account. Well, I don't tell you the truth. I wouldn't do their boost for that 16 points because it could be hacked about your bank account too. Now, here's the thing. Everybody wants an 820, but it takes about 90 working days. I might ask you to do two things. You just have to follow through. That's all you're going to have to do. When I basically came up with rapid scoring years ago for mortgage companies, working with Harold Stokes and Ken Yarbrough was fun. Recently, about 4 years ago, I came up with rapid refresh. What it does is recalculate your score. Here's an example that I got off Credit Karma, because they're free. See, the client here had a 500 score. In 45 working days, I got him 75 points. So what basically it did, it turned into an 820. Ultimate goal, that's 211 points. Would you like that? Let me know. Now, here's what happens. As an affiliate for over 30 years, I get to build credit for you personally. That's under your SSN. If you allow me to, I can build it under a tax ID. That means a corporation and divisions. So the ability to use the credit. Now remember, corporate credit, you can write off the card and the interest rate. You can't do that on personal credit at all. So if you allow me to build it for you, the first thing I'd like to do is get you a $100,000 credit card. Why? Because you get this as a corporate credit card, you get to write off the card interest rate too. If you don't have a corporation today, I'll hand you the articles for free. If you do, I'd like to build that one for you too. If you want to do some properties, let's do this, 5 properties. My concern is, what if someone slips and falls and sues you and trying to take it all? If you have 5, they're going to come after you. Division or corporation, same thing. But if you basically set up the line of defense, if one has a problem, slips and falls, you get rid of the piece, you get to keep the other 4. See, business is a game you have to learn how to play. Maybe we get you a franchise today that's got a drive-through. Kind of makes sense to me. Now that's about a 6-month goal list for you, and I like to do the work for you. I can turn everything into goal for you too. Now here's what I like to do in the 12 months goals. What if we get $1 million in a corporate bank account? You live in your dream house, $5 million in real estate, so basically franchises more. Let's go get the money. See, the goal is to understand you have the ability to do this right away. Now I even have a money back guarantee in writing for you. I got no excuse, but at the end of the day, neither will you. So let's think about this. In the beginning, we have to plan the problem. If we don't, we get knocked down and somebody gets in our way and takes it away. Why don't we write down safety credit? See, here's $50,000 cards. There's 2 of them. Personal credit. Here's my problem. Most people who get an SSN, Social Security card, they get some credit, they act like it's free money. They kind of jack it up and get stuck, can't get any more. Let's remember something today. What I want you to do on the back of every credit card you got a personal wallet, I'd like you to put a stick in the back of the card. Write down the limit. Write down what's 25 to 29%. See, here's the problem. It's the truth. If you take a card past 29%, you drop your score, you get stuck, you can't get any more. Personal credit should never be used and abused in the first place. Next thing you have to look is the line of defense. You see, when you drive in your city today, you're going to see a Wells Fargo Bank, a B of A, maybe a Chase Bank too, empty. How do they do that? They bankrupt a piece that they signed a 100-year lease, and then they basically have other locations that are open today. See, they know how to play the game. Please make sure you put stickies in the back of your card today. Never bring the pain home ever again. So here's those banks and grocery stores. How do they do this? Because they have a branch number, by the way. Ultimate goal? Me? Simple. I got born in a taxi as a little boy. She wanted a girl. She gave me a girl's name, raised my middle name. Then I got to be with Mrs. Hope. Mrs. Hope was so sweet to me. You see, I want you to write down getting past go. She got her weekly and monthly checks. She dropped me off Redondo Beach Pier every morning at 6:30 in the morning. I think she was actually the she-devil from hell. See, I didn't like stealing and begging off the pier. I thought it kind of sucked. So the ultimate goal is pretty simple. I got my first Lamborghini as a kid. I got my Lamborghini collection, my Duffys, my 6 mansions, broke some world records, proving white men do jump. From there, I got my race boat in my backyard, my helicopter, my yacht, and my Ferraris too. See, my question to you, why haven't you done this? If you have the rules and the tools, you can go get it done right away. Please write down Ray's rules. I'd like to teach you exactly what you need to do and let me do the work for you in the beginning anyway. What do winners say? See it, believe it, go get it. That's all you're going to have to do, and I'll do the work for you. Now, I got specialty classes all the time too. This Saturday, I got one at 7 a.m. in the morning. It's about division, setting up subdivisions too. Bottom line is, if you want to play in that workshop, it's about 2 hours long. Saturday, I have up to 9 classes. Now this is $249 for the 2 hours. What happens is the next class at 2:30 in the afternoon is Dun & Bradstreet. How to set it up, get an 80 score, get instant credit and vendor credit too, and even a Visa gift card. See, I like Visa gift cards. I have some in my pocket. Just in case I need some cash, I can cash it in, or I can run it to my Square on my cell phone today. So this is Dun & Bradstreet, by the way. That class is also $249. It's at 2:30 in the afternoon. Now, during this live webinar, if you choose to, you could actually get both classes for the same price as one. So if you Zelle $249, you get both classes. And all you have to do is Zelle right away, and there it is for you. Take a picture of the Zelle, bank, or wire deposit today. Ultimate goal, most people when they lose a job or they got an emergency, you know what they do next? They run out of money, they run out of credit, and they jack up their credit again in 42 days. It's probably true about most of you. By the way, you've been using the wrong money in the first place. Building your millions. Let me repackage you, please. Your house, your car, your bank account, please. Now, I've been in 2 comas in my life so far, but I've used credit to save my life every time. So let's think about something today. When I was a little boy, they used to save money for a rainy day. I understood that to be, what does it mean? I kept asking the question, how, why? They couldn't answer the question at all. See, in my life, it doesn't rain, it always pours. What about your life today? Let's say today you need $5,000. You need it now. You ask your friends, your family, you ask the bank, they all say no. What if you had a $5,000 credit card like I have in my hand? See, here's the thing. You basically maxed out cards or brought the pain home because you didn't know how to play. So this $5,000 card today, if I maxed it out to play catch up, not fall down, the payment's $50 a month. The average person wastes that almost every other day. Next thing you got to think about is this. Do you waste $140 a week, as they say? If it's true, let's look at this. If I max out one of these $50,000 cards today, the payment is $612.26. So what the average person is wasting every given month, I could have got you 2 pizza locations today. Can you do yourself a favor, please? Never bring the pain home. Ultimate goal, plan the problem. Safety credit, line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. If we put the discipline into this and let me build it for you, we can do it in about 90 days or less. Ultimate goal, I want you to reach all your goals and your dreams too. May I always believe in myself and I believe in God. God first in me. I broke the world record for the highest kick on the planet in 1981. Hold the record today. They kept saying white men can't jump. That makes no sense to me. You see, God gave us a gift and a dream. Why don't we see it, believe, and go get it? Sometimes I might have to tell you to get out of my way as I build it for you. Ultimate goal, got a job, got an SSN to get a 1040 tax return. That's all it was for. But what happens is the IRS's rules. It's public record. So you got your SSN. You used it and abused it, some of you, for your what? Experian, Treasury, and Equifax. But the moment you took a card past 29%, you dropped your score, got stuck, couldn't get any more. It's just the truth. Let's put the sticky behind those cards today. Let's remember the other reason we're an SSN, because we're the collateral for the United States of America Incorporated, by the way, ever since Nixon took the gold standard out. So what do we get to do? Let's write down Ray's rules one more time. Why don't we write down 100,000 of credit today? Don't use more than 29%. 71,000 of safety credit in case you lost your job, there's something with blank hit the fan, or there's a pandemic. Unfortunately, most people take the money and the credit from their family and they roll the dice and hurt their family some more. Can you write down never to bring the pain home again, please? You've been using the wrong money in the first place, by the way. So let's master Ray's rules today. Now, I've been in 2 comas in my life so far. One at 5.5 and one in 2009. Got to die, kind of sucks. But I made a promise to God to help people the rest of my life. That's why I'm here today, to help you. I pray that you pay attention right away. Ultimate goal, there's my yacht race boat in my backyard. Lord's U-Dock in Huntington Harbor, by the way. Where you park yours? You see, you got a choice today. Because there's a lot of people for the blah, blah, blah. What I got to do is come out of that coma eventually. Walk around with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks. I put my credit score back to an 820. On the 6th week, I popped a $1 million card again. Write down closet division, please. I always have a backup for a backup. Now today, I'd tell you to wear a mask, but half of you want to argue about that too. All I know is we don't get a do-over. We get to live or die. It takes a moment to die and a lifetime to live. It'll be up to you. Ultimate goal, pretty simple. When I was a little boy being used and abused, I remember crying my eyes out looking in the mirror that day. Ever since then, I get up at 2:25 every day. I fall on my knees and I say, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go do raised mirror test. I look in the mirror, I stare at myself a couple minutes, I put myself in check. I ask myself 2 questions. Have I completed everything I need to? The answer is no. Is there more to be done? Always. Unfortunately, most people listen and they talk to their friends and family and ask what they think, what they're going to do. They interrupt you and then they slow you down and cloud your direction. What if for about 90 days, shh, don't tell them what you're going to do, please. Why don't you let me do the work for you? Then they ask how you did this or that. All you do say is Ray'sWebinar.com. Getting the money, it's pretty simple for me. I don't like stealing and begging off the pier. I can feed my family, I get to help you. Now let's remember something today. They say that 9 out of 10 people hate their job anyway. We're getting older, slower, we're not as pretty as we used to be. If you go back to the job you hate, that's okay, but eventually they're going to fire you anyway. Then you're going to go deliver some pizza. I don't think that's the American dream. But again, we all have to realize roller coaster of life. Hurt, pain, worry. Life's not fair. It never has been. God is great all the time. If you're looking at what's next, He put you here today with me. I'll be your next. I'll show you exactly what you've been missing in the blueprint too. When I was a little boy, they called me a piece of you know what? And I always told myself I'm important. I will become a corporate millionaire. I did that at 14 and a half. I'll drive a company car. I did that too. And I always said I'll show the world who I am. I've been doing that all my life since the day I was born. So do yourself a favor today. Let's think about the blueprint, the rules, and the tools. You see, when I was 7 and a half, Mrs. Hope had the poker game. I wrote my little notes. They thought I was kind of weird. Probably true. Do you know what they did? I went down to the library the next day, next to the Torrance Police Department. I said, hey, ma'am, can you help me, please? She showed me a microfiche. She showed me a book. It's pretty nice of her. I read the book. Then I get upset. See, the problem is they didn't give me the rules and the tools I was looking for, like the blueprint. So if you ever want the blueprint, how I brought in $2 billion by the time I was 26 under corporate structure, it's in those 12 books and CDs. You see, I went back to the library almost every day, 7.5 to 9.5 years old. Started Helping Hand Industries, a nonprofit, by the way. Now, I did have $841 million of real estate before the coma, all under corporate structure, by the way. I wrote a book, How to Become the Bank, Buckets of Money, Tax Balancing, too. Winning the game of business has got to be a game. Now, remember something today, please. When I was at the Bonaventure for 32 years, every Wednesday night at 7 p.m., a line around the hotel to hold me, 18 book CDs and classes were about $20,000 a pop. The office today sells this for $999. I always try to give it away for half price while you're webinar with me, so all the pieces you can listen and learn to in the full blueprint. So if you Zelle $4.99, it's like there's a Zelle, take a picture, you Zelle now, you get half price today. Now the first thing I got to do is do some credit rebuilding. I got to add a rapid rescore. If you don't have articles, officer's tax ID, I'll hand that to you for free. Then on the back of every card you have in your personal wallet, please put a sticky. Put 29 or 25%. When you pull it out next time, put yourself in check. Remember, the only card you can get past 29% are gold and platinum cards. Please don't ruin your credit anymore. We want to turn around and make you the qualified CFO you need to be since day one. Ultimate goal, if you allow me to give you a tax ID for every division and corporation, I can build you as much credit you like. From there, we can make money in real estate, franchise, current business. We could even learn to leverage money 84 ways under $100 million if you want to. Now, here's a Lamborghini part of the collection at the time. Remember, you drive a company car? Nope. You got a car registered to you. Sorry to say, you're the duck. And all of a sudden, someone sues you, and they take everything you got. Rich and famous people tend to drive company cars and write it all off. You get a paycheck, it's taxed. You pay for a car you should not. And then you take the money and credit from the family, roll the dice, say, honey, let's hurt the family some more. Can you do me a favor today? Write down tax ID and division. Tax ID division. See, the problem with your paycheck, I hear they call it taxable income. And if you're paying the payment, gas, registration, insurance like now, could you yell the word no right away, please? You see, you should be driving a company car and riding it off like everyone else does. Ultimate goal, SSN, to get a job, 1040 tax return. SS4 line 10, what does it say? Banking and credit purposes. So you get to write off the card interest rate in a corporation and the line of credit too, and you never had to steal the money from the family? Well, where do I get to learn to play? IRS public record. Me, I just put the blueprint together for you. So SSN, we got a what? A 1040 tax return. SS4 times 4 and more. We got to learn the rules and the tools. So write down the 4 boxes in front of you, please. I want you to write down the line of defense. I wrote the rules in '86. You know that bank and grocery store you see empty today, and you have other locations that are open today? Why don't we treat one of those divisions the same way? Get rid of a piece, keep the other pieces, and never bring the pain where? Home ever again. We never had to bring the pain home in the first place, by the way. You should have did this right out of high school. Each division is an opportunity to win again with the tax ID. When I do a division and add history and tax ID, I charge $699. Office sells them for about $1,000 a piece. So when you sell and buy 3 from there, it's about $3,000. Me, if you want 3, it's $1,499. You Zell, and you get it done for me personally. Now, the ultimate goal, remember, golds and platinums, the only 2 cards you can get past 29%. So we got to balance the truth. Every SS4, if you allow me to do for you, what do we get to do? Experian, Tranjo, and Equifax. We get to build corporate credit and write it off in the interest rate too. Your ultimate goal is to listen and learn how to play. SS4 times 4? Divisions are pretty cheap for divisions, franchise, real estate, current business. I'd like to get you $100,000 to $1 million card if you allow me to. But that'll be up to you. Now, personally, I'd like to get you the $100,000 of personal safety credit. That way we don't jack it up again. We don't hurt our family. We never bring the pain home. Ray's rules are pretty simple. SSN equal to 1040 tax return. SS4 times 4, what did it say on line 10 again? It's right in front of you. It says banking and credit purposes. Ultimate goal is learning how to play. Now, please don't violate the rules at any given time. I add history, you get some of these in the mail, and you clickety-clack. Don't do that. Don't crash the rapid. Don't screw up everything I'm going to do. If you make me start over, I got to charge you again, or I got to stop your case completely too. All right, it's like this lady here, getting ready to give her a $30,000 card. Instead, she got a $300 card instead. Another client, he listened, got him a $621. I'm not done, but my starter card for him was $3,000. I owed him $1,000 credit anyway. You see, the program works. So here's the thing. I'm going to rebuild your credit, do a rapid rescore, make you a qualified CFO, and push your score up to an 820. I'm going to hand you a $1,000 card back to you. Twice as much you invest in yourself. If you don't have corporation office and tax ID, I'll hand it to you for free in this program. You want to go to setup level 1, it's Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. That's free. By the way, the office sells it for $9.98. I always give half price on a webinar because it's live, $4.99 to you. If you Zelle $4.99 right away, you get the Millionaires Founders Kit for free. All you got to do is understand, like starter package for Millionaire. Same as the previous one, but this gives you $10,000 of credit, and half price is $999 today. And you get the 12 books and CDs for free. Next one's called Millionaires in the Making. That means you're getting $25,000 of credit and the same goodies the previous 2. But instead of $4,000, I charge you $1,999 today because you're getting 25 times back of credit to you. $25,000 of credit. Your price is $1,999 today, and you get the 12 books and CDs for free. Ultimate goal is up to you. So remember today, it's pretty simple. There's Zell, now. Ultimate goal, give me some referrals. I'll build you up to $10,000 in credit too. Bottom line is pretty simple today. You're watching me on Google, Facebook, YouTube. If you don't see the PowerPoint in front of me, go to rayswebinar.com. Get the full overview. Stop bringing the pain home, please. Here's what I heard at 7.5 years old. It's not legal advice at all. It's chapter 18. Let's read it together. It says a corporation is a legal person that may sue or be sued. That's all it said. So let's look at the United States of America Incorporated. They set up 50 states. They're all corporations. States set up the cities. They're all corporations too. In other words, they set up their line of defense, but you have not. I don't understand why you've not done this at all. They even had a Chapter 9 bankruptcy just in case under the Federal Protection Act. You watch cities filed bankruptcy, haven't you? All they did is wipe out the debt. They're still in the business today. They know how to play the game. Why don't you? Remember, Ray's rules. Never bring the pain home. And you are we the people, by the way. Nixon took the gold standard out. Gave him the key to the printing press. So what happens next? SSN equal to job 1040 tax return. Here's basically a person. She's a lady. She gave birth to a baby this morning at the hospital. Do you know it's federally mandated every woman who delivers a baby within 3 hours or less is handed an SSN form so that they can bond the baby and get and print some more money? She don't sign the form. Baby can't go in the stroller in the car seat, cannot go home. Ultimate goal is pretty simple today. Never bring the pain home ever again. Rich and famous people don't. Cities don't. Neither do the banks and grocery stores you see today. Ultimate goal on Saturday, I have up to 9 classes that are live at 1 o'clock on Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to give you your status update if you're in line for that day. But I'm going to tell you, you might have to do 2 things. I got a 100% success rate as long as you follow through. The only thing I have to do sometimes is wait on you. Ultimate goal, Walt Disney, Loophole King. Newsweek, they don't want to pay tax on $1 billion, but they know how to play the game. If Mickey can play the game, so can you. By the way, you only have between 8 creditors, period. How do you multiply them? Those are the good ones, by the way. I know on trade line, you're going to see it says you don't have to what? Trade lines are crap. By the way, look into the Federal Lending Act. You'll see another one that says you don't have to guarantee. By the way, we're going to hand you cash credit up to 8 cards per division, 9 lines of credit. Then we'll decide about supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit too. Ultimate goal, I got to make you the qualified CFO you need to be. Your choice is pretty simple. That's why I give a written guarantee or your money back. No excuses for you today. Your goal is to let me rebuild you. All right, rapid CFO, 820 score, 1,000 or card back to you. If you want the articles, also tax ID and workshops with me for 90 days, you get that for free. All right, instead of $9.98, today it's $4.99. And you get the 12 books and CDs for free, the blueprint, how we brought in $2 billion under corporate structure. By the time I'm 26. Starter package for a millionaire, $9.99, 10,000 of credit, same pieces, and you get the 12 books and CDs for free if you did it right away. Next one is Millionaires in the Making Workshop 2. $25,000 of credit back to you. $1,999 today. You've all spent thousands, some didn't work. Why don't you invest in yourself starting now? You get the 12 books and CDs for free. Ultimate goal, Zell, now. You see, Mr. Buffett's father taught him how to leverage. He's using borrowed money, which is not taxable, and he's transferred some stock too. It's your turn to play the game. Why don't we roll the dice for you? You ready to play? You get to win today too. So the bottom line is authorized user, sorry to say it's crap. Authorized user and trade lines are crap too. You still got to be the qualified CFO. That's just the truth. Ultimate goal, Fair Lending Act. Check it out, please. So the specialty classes, first one Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is Divisions and Divisions, $249. The one in the afternoon is Dun & Bradstreet for $249. You do them both right away, guess what? $249 today, you get you both classes, 2 for the price of 1. But you'd have to zell now. If you miss out, that was the opportunity of a lifetime for you. What do we get to do? Well, I invented 113 ways to daisy chain credit, turning these into 99 more cards. But we got to focus on corporate credit. The only thing we have to write off, the cards and the interest rate too, or the line of credit. So the corporation can write off the credit that built itself. Kind of fun. Never defraud or rip anybody off, please. Corporation, All right, let's get it credit, but don't let it do business. Let's set the line of defense like rich and famous people do. If something goes wrong with a piece, we're going to do what they got to do. We're going to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Can't save a piece, bankrupt the piece, never bring the pain where? Home ever again. You have the ability to have done this since day one. Should have started out of high school, by the way. It's like when you buy a house, raise rules, close, escrow, homestead, put it in a trust. Ultimate goal, if somebody sues you, they screw you, take it away. If you die, it's stuck in the probate, and your family got diddly squat. You fix up a property today, my way please. Plan the problem. You're going to hire a contractor. Hires a subcontractor, stand outside Home Depot. But what if they cut every corner they can, and they slip and fall and sue you and take everything you got? Maybe you'll think about taking the property today and quickly deed it to a division. How about an assignment of equity too? This way, if they try to sue you at the end of the day, let them get diddly squat. Why not? If you don't have a trust, I'd be looking up irrevocable trust if I was you. But you got to do what you want to do. See, I watch people all the time tell me how they're playing peekaboo, the IRS making a mess. The IRS is the rule book. They'll tell you corporations pay tax when they make a profit. So you don't play games with the IRS and make a mess and make a peekaboo. If you did that hypothetically, go to irs.gov, download a form called 656 of 430 A and B. Get your COVID-19 check, get your butt back in the system today, please. Now, I'm one of the original OPMs, by the way, other people's money. I'd like you to not use your own money to fix up that property today. I'd like you to think about doing what? I want you to get to the manufacturer, save up to 70%. That way you don't have to pay a bill for 30 to 60, 90 days anyway. Let's use their money to fix it up. So now you basically close escrow, paid off with the debt. Now you get up to $200,000 left over. Don't act like you're rich, please. Now, have you had $10,000, $100,000 in the past and you kind of pissed it away and you're broke today? You should have wrote down raise rules, leveraging money, borrow money's not taxable. Set up the line of defense. See, here's the Ray Reynolds University before my coma. It was only 22,000 square feet in Irvine Spectrum. Bank would be at the office almost every other day. How you doing, Ray? See, they always kiss your assets when you got money. You don't have a pot to piss in, they don't know your name. Let's learn how to leverage the money. The banks borrow from the Feds times 10, loan back 5 to you. My way, you would have had $3 million of borrowed money. Leverage Ray, raise rules, leverage some money, go get a McDonald's today. Why not? See, $1,000 if you leverage it the right way can become about $15,000 in about 45 working days. 5 can become $75,000 of credit too. Ultimate goal is to learn how to play. Remember, golds and platinums, the only 2 cards you can get past 29%. Write it down, don't do it again. Mrs. Fishburne is nice, she's a client, so is Mr. Lawrence Fishburne, her son. Bill Clinton too. Michael was a client, God rest his soul. Kurt Cobain, Kevin Costner, Arnold, and even from my neck of the woods, Freeway Ricky Ross had a thing or two. Ultimate goal is what? A Biola University professor too. Michael J. the other day said, thank you. Every time I fall down, you pick me up again. Now you're helping my son. All I can say is, whoa. Beating your doubt, running your own race. Ultimate goal is for you. If you allow me, I'll actually hold your hand, all right, for the rest of my life if you can. Now here's a card worth $100,000. What if we took this card as a corporate card, interest rate credit card too, and we want to turn it into cash flow free up our time? So the credit I can build you. We loan 5 people $10,000 a piece to save our house. We put a second trust deed on the house, and then we put a homestead block or UCC 1 too. If basically they don't pay, we get all their goodies. But we're also going to call that company, says, my money, I want it now. See, they basically factor the money in 24 hours. They hand you the money back. Well, you know what I actually did on this card? I loaned it out. It's not mine. It's a corporate card. Get to write a card and interest rate too. I just created $2,449 a month of cash flow, free up my time. Oh, you need more? How about $4,800? How about $7,347? You could design your cash flow based on what your need is, based on the credit that I pop you every day. Now, I won't show you anything I didn't obtain myself from the mansions, helicopters, and yacht. Gotta get you past go. Ultimate goal is God's gift. It's where I park my race boat and my yacht in my backyard. Where you park yours again? Ultimate goal, Lamborghini building and helicopter too. Now do me a favor, please. Consider changing your driver's license to a P.O. box or mailing address. You wrote a check the other day. You gave them your driver's license, showed where you live, and your house got robbed the next day. Why don't we do this? Raise rules. Never bring the pain home and protect our assets too. You got the driver's privacy protection if you want to. See, it was like when you buy a car. What did you do? You let someone sweat you for hours on end. You lost $5,000 of the non-inquiries too. What you should have did when they hand you the paper says we need to run your credit. Next to your signature, you should have wrote down it allows one inquiry only. You should have took a picture, by the way. You allow them to use and abuse you. You've got to stop this stuff right away. Now, I can show you millions and billions of cars and houses and buildings too. Ultimate goal, I won't show anything I didn't obtain myself. I'd like to build you your dream corporation. I'd like you to be at the workshops listening and learn, put it here while I do the work for you too. So today, if you drive that car to the grocery store or the bank, a little bumpity bump, what's going to happen next? They're going to act like they got whiplash. Then they're going to ask for your driver's license, insurance, registration, please. The driver's license, I still think it shouldn't be your home address. The insurance, you could have paid through the corporation versus you pay out of taxable income. And by the way, you're the registered owner. Sorry to say, that makes you a duck. That means they're going to call them those nasty attorneys on TV. They're going to sue you and take everything you got. Your ultimate goal is to learn how to play the game. That a registered owner should be a division and not you. That way, at the end of the day, they should get diddly squat. Why not? Remember the grocery store and the bank that are empty today and they have other locations too? You see, they learn how to play the game. It's your turn. A division, we can get rid of a piece, keep the rest of the pieces too. Remember, each division is an opportunity to win. If you allow me to set you up a tax ID per division, we can have some fun today too. I charge $6.99 per division because I add up to $1 million of credit for that too, of history. Office sells it for $9.99. So the $3,000 for 3 from them, me, I offer 3 for $14.99 today. If you Zelled it right away, Zell, now. Ultimate goal, my wife asked me on July 3rd, can we take out the corporate yacht and with a group of people? I said yes. I filled it up, it was $1,600, wrote off the card and the interest rate too. And the yacht, why not? Ultimate goal is the next day I get to die. Alright, there's what I look like when I'm dead. I made a promise to God I'd help you the rest of my life. That's why I'm here today. Can I get you to pay attention, please? Finally come out of the coma 5 weeks later. The 6th week, I build $1 million of credit again. I always have a closet divisions, about 5 of those. Please write that down. Closet division. God's using me to help you today. You going to pay attention? You see, I've been told no 1 billion times by a bunch of dummies. You see that building and that Lamborghini, say the Reynolds University, reaching the dream, thinking be the impossible. It's about time you use Ray's rules and tools. What did I say in the beginning? For 90 days, every seminar, workshop, and boot camp, you're stuck with me. I don't pass the buck. My 2 specialty classes this Saturday. First is about divisions. Tax IDs, divisions of divisions, subdivisions too. Class is 2 hours long, it's $249. Dun & Bradstreet in the afternoon, 80 score. Instant Visa card too, $249 to you. And what happens if you Zell the $249 right away? You get 2 for the price of 1. You get to save with me. You Zell now. It's all you gotta do. The motivation's great, but you know, we all need it. But here's the missing link. It's called raisecredit.com. Today, let's talk about your story. Let's get you an 820 credit score, up to 100,000 of credit. How about a corporation divisions up to $1 million? Stop being stuck. Let me do what's next for you. You don't have to bring the pain home ever. We never had to in the first place. So let's build your millions, please. Remember, I want to repackage your life, your house, your car, your bank account too. Ultimate goal. Now, if you want the 12 books and CDs, the full blueprint, it's $9.99 to the sales team later today. Right now, you get it for $4.99, but you have to Zell now. Ultimate goal will be up to you. the end of the day, there's a Zelle, there's a wire, there's a deposit. I want to rebuild your credit. CFO. It's $820. $1,000 card back to you. Free articles, also has tax ID. Level 1 and set up Wednesdays and Saturdays for free. And half price is $4.99. You get the 12 books and CDs for free. Starter package for a millionaire comes with $10,000 of credit. But for $9.99, you get the 12 books and CDs for free. The Millionaires in the Making, usually $4,000 today, it's $1,999. You get $25,000 of cash credit. Ultimate goal is to get 12 books and CDs for free. All you got to do is Zelle now. Ultimate thing is the 14th Amendment, turn corporations into people. The United States of America Incorporated have 50 states, corporations that are states. They have cities, they're corporations too. They set up the line of defense, but why haven't you? Ultimate goal is up to you. See it, believe it, go get it. Never have joint credit. You buy a house, escrow, close, escrow, homestead, escrow, put it in trust. Corporations should always have $1 million of credit. Divisions are cheap. Real estate, franchise, current business. Ultimate goal is set at the line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. Master race rules today. It'll be up to you. Like I said in the beginning today, plan on the problem. It's going to happen no matter what you say or do. Safety credit, line of defense, see it, believe it, go get it. Please put the sticky on the back of the cards, put yourself in check. Never bring the pain home ever again. Look at the grocery store and the bank today. You see one of those, remember me. You see, the American dream is pretty simple. Everybody talks about it, but they're not handing you the money and the credit. I think at the end of the day, it's still blah, blah, blah. Everybody needs money coming in every month. Pay all your bills. Drive the company car, go on a business trip, help other people, free up your time. Keep in mind, set at the line of defense, please. 1,000 Rules is $1 million company. 20,000's billionaire. Last and final chance. Credit rebuilding, rapid 820 CFO, $1,000 card back to you. Articles also tax ID and set up level 1 for free. And your expense is $4.99. And you're getting twice the credit back to you. You can refund yourself if you want to. 12 books and CDs are free if you Zelled it now. Starter package for a millionaire, $9.99, you get $10,000 of credit. 12 books and CDs are free. Millionaires in the Making Workshop, $1,999 because you get $25,000 of credit. And you get the 12 books and CDs for free. All you got to do is Zelle it right away. And then you can call the office right after that too. Keep in mind, I gave you a written guarantee with no excuses. Now we got to stay safe and stay strong. At the end of the day, what do we do next? Let it be you and me. Let's remember life is a gift from our Father in heaven. God has given us the opportunity to believe and receive. Let us make the best of the day and give thanks in every way. Thank you, Jesus, for one more day. Amen to that. If I can do this, all right, being born in a taxi, having to steal and beg off the pier, so can you. I put the blueprint together for you. So right now you got 10 minutes. They'll honor anything I offer today if you call 800-510-3338. If you're not calling right away after 10 minutes, I'm sorry, they won't offer it to you. That is 800-510-3338. All through the day, I'm doing my best to let God do the rest. And remember, at the end of the day, God loves us all.